Okay, we were actually able to reestablish communication, and the boat is capable of going on its own. See? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to position the boat to face the buoys and see what it does. Okay, so it should have them in sight now. I'm going to point it a little bit further. And what is it doing? It is going around that buoy. Okay, and going off into the abyss. So clearly there's some incorrect logic there. Let's see what happens. That looked like it was trying to steer slightly to the left, so let's try doing it this way. It should be able to see the two buoys. Okay, and this is it controlling itself. It seems to be navigating towards the red buoy. And now it's pulling to the right. Okay, so we've clearly got some issues going on here. And I should mention that like the water here smells awful. So okay. Look at that! It actually aimed and it was going half speed, and now it's still going half speed because it doesn't know where the buoys are. Okay, so that was good. Let's do that test again. So that's telling me that there was potentially an exposure issue earlier. Okay, we're going to test again. Okay. And I don't think it saw the green buoy. Yeah, because it's going around the red one. Okay. So it no longer sees any buoys, or it picked up another buoy now. Okay, so we're going to rotate the boat around. Go again. So I have it so that when the okay. So the issue is that the green is difficult to detect in the wild. Okay. Okay. It is now navigating, and as you can see, it is actually steering to the center. Yes! You can see that it actually did a curved pattern to go through the center. I think that's okay. And it's now slowly rotating. Since there are no other buoys, I guess I can throw a couple more buoys in. I have more buoys to throw in. Okay, let's try that. I don't want that boat going too far. So let's rotate around. So an issue that the boat has is that the field of view of the camera is very narrow. So as it gets closer to the buoys, it can't see where they are. And since there are only two buoys in the water, it doesn't do a good job navigating towards them. Okay, it looks like so one weird thing that the ESCs do is that they continue to give like phantom feedback. So like right now, you can hear them continuously actuating. I'm going to grab some more buoys. Okay, so I think we're ready for the testing. So I just arranged the buoys in a configurable pattern, or in a good configuration. We're going to bring the boat back to a good location to test. So we've got it roughly looking at where the buoys are. It should be able to see all the buoys now. Okay, so we're going to, and you can see that it's steering to the left of the green buoy. Ah! Why are you doing this to me? Okay, so I need to change the algorithm a bit so that it prioritizes to that I think the second green buoy was just a little bit too far to the right, so I'm going to just correct the position of that. Okay, so we're going to go back there, grab that buoy, move it a little bit closer because it's too far away. Okay. Okay. And I think that should fix that problem. So the algorithm, when it sees just a red buoy, it does not choose to go to the right of it. It will choose to do something else. I can't remember what it was right now. So right now it's just seeing the red buoy. It did not detect the green buoy. So now what it's doing is it's trying to navigate to the left, but the modifier for turning is not set to be strong enough. So I need to also mess with that. So we need to move far back enough that we see the green buoy. Okay, so now we're there, and it should. It's not detecting the green buoy because of the lighting conditions. Yeah, it's just not detecting it. So it's always going to go to the left of the red buoy because of the algorithm. This is disappointing. If I had better lighting conditions, this would be going pretty well. I mean, earlier you saw that it went through the buoys, but okay, it saw the buoy this time, and then it lost it. Yeah. Yeah, so right now it's trying to move actually to the left of the red buoy, and it doesn't have a strong enough turn parameter to go around the left of it. So I'm going to collect these buoys and I'm going to call it a day because the light is it's too dark right now to be doing this test. So we have another day of testing here. Boat's in the water, buoys are out, and no dice on the system. It's not connecting to the router. I don't know if you can read that, but the only computer that's connected right now is my laptop, so I have to pull the boat out of the water and then bring it over to my car where I have the inverter so I can plug in the monitor and see what the boat is actually thinking. Because if there's no connectivity, then I can't connect to it and see what's happening. And this in general is what makes it kind of really annoying to work on the boat. Sorry about the sunlight not being proper, and sorry about the hair. I just don't care about my hair right now, mainly worried about the boat. So I think what I'm going to do is, instead of pulling it out, I'm going to boot loop it a couple times and see if it will connect of its own accord. If it does, then that saves me the pain of pulling it out, putting it on the cart, rolling it up the ramp, putting it over to the computer, plugging in the monitor, getting the car started, and then sitting there and waiting for it to boot. So yeah, that's the status. So apparently the problem was that it had frozen and then it just wasn't booting, and now it is booted and it is connected to the network as expected. Yeah, it's going to. So very, very frustrating. I guess it's, what? It says it's connected to Blue Dragon base, which is this guy here. Let's definitely power that off so it's not mistaking it and connecting to that while we're testing, because that would be bad. Okay. And it shouldn't be connected to anything. Now it sees AUS as a network that it can connect to, and it's trying to connect to it. And I don't know if that little router is going to be able to broadcast that network from over there, but it will connect to it once we bring it over there. While I'm here, I'm just going to set everything up. So CD scripts. Everything we need is in scripts, and then we're going to start the camera /Z, and then Control-Shift-T will open it will copy the directory and go over a window, and then we do /buoy and then tab to autocomplete identifier, Control-Shift-T, and then nav / because we want to navigate. So we open the navigator, enter, Control-Shift-T, so that'll run. Now we need to establish communications, so /Blue Dragon netcom, and then we're going to run the propulsion because we want to broadcast what the propulsion is, so /blue or /propulsion, because I changed that a little bit, propulsion, and then we're going, okay, so we need to turn off thrusters because it thinks that it wants to go right now. And now we need to do /Arduino prop. Okay. And that should be it. That's everything that we need for the autonomous capabilities. Did I mention this is incredibly infuriating? So I just had it running over there, and due to the fact that there are these little perturbations all throughout, the wheels, they go gunk 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 and shake the ever-living out of the boat. Pardon my language. And that causes the wires to jiggle and whatnot. Anyways, the computer just randomly reboots, or it hangs, it freezes. So it froze, and now I don't have connectivity with it. And as you can see, we're pinging it, and it says destination host not reachable. And let's stop pinging. Okay, stop pinging. And if we go to the router, you can see that it is not connected, and it will connect automatically when it boots up. So all I have to do is continue boot cycling it, and it doesn't matter if I have the monitor hooked up and it's running when I bring it over here, because it will shut off by the time it gets here. So incredibly infuriating. I mean, I don't get consistent results from one day to the next because of this, because sometimes it will fail like that, and sometimes it won't. So to answer questions as to why I would be testing here, this is one of the only places where I have easy access to the water, where I can actually unload the boat. It weighs a significant amount, and it's very unwieldy, and you can't exactly just drop it in the water because of that. And this is one of the only places which is secluded enough that, like, as you can see, there's rippling in the water that's directional, indicating that there's wind. This is about 1 or 2 miles an hour of wind, and that's actually enough to really bother the boat because of the huge cross section in comparison to its power. So I need to be very cognizant of where I'm testing it. Here at least there are no waves. Other places there are waves in addition to the wind. So it's just very frustrating. When I test indoors in the pool at ODU, the green actually is triggered by the pool walls. The pool walls are a specific tone of blue that's within the identification parameters for the green, and it's not just a matter of adjusting the color parameter to avoid the blue, because then under specific lighting conditions it won't detect the green, and I'm already having a hard time detecting the green, so I can't do that. As you can see, the red and green buoys actually kind of stand out from the background. You can see the green tree in the background, but that tone of green actually is not detected by the algorithm, I don't think. I mean, I don't have a way of telling because I don't have a good connectivity here. So mainly my issues with the boat setup are just not having the correct testing parameters to be able to get this thing effectively dialed in. And I'm about done for the day. I mean, we're already having the sunset, so